Hello, my name is Jessica Duthu, and I'm here to present my curriculum plan for a long-term program of study. My chosen theme is Emotion and Art, intended for middle school students in the Georgia public school system. The time frame for this unit to unfold is 6 weeks. Paul Cézanne quotes, "A work of art which did not begin in emotion is not art." Starting this unit, students will view a PowerPoint presentation that includes artists and artist works as examples of the use of emotion in art. The instructor and the students will discuss each piece, how the piece makes them feel, and why the artist may have chosen the particular topic, style, and materials to convey an emotion. Some important questions that are presented in this lesson are: what is the emotion that the artist is trying to convey? Why did the artist choose this artistic medium? Was it the best choice? What materials could he or she have used instead of to convey a feeling? How effective is the piece in making you feel a specific emotion? Some artists and artwork examples for review are Pablo Picasso's work during his blue period and the red period. From 1901 to 1904, Picasso was in his blue period, in which he painted almost exclusively monochromatic paintings. He used various shades of blue to depict somber and disheartening scenes. Subsequently, from 1904 to 1906, the Spanish painter was in what we deem as his rose period. He implemented cheery shades of red, including orange and pink. Through viewing these works, we can open up a conversation with students about color psychology. The study of hues is a determinant of human behavior. Artists have the ability to analyze how different colors make us feel and react, and by learning about how colors can convey emotion, students will be able to successfully communicate emotion in their projects for this unit and in their future work. Students will also look at sculptures by Louise Bourgeois and how her piece Maman instills a complex psychological and emotional response by the viewer. We will look at the emotion behind the art and discover how the loss of Bourgeois' mother and her grief inspired her to create these sculptures. Leading into the second lesson, students will be shown abstracts by contemporary artist Tracy Emin. When describing her work, Emin states, "My emotions force the drawing out of my hand. I am the custodian, the curator of the images that live in my mind. Every image has first entered my mind, traveled through my heart, my blood, arriving at the end of my hand. Everything has come through me." In Emin's abstract work, we can clearly see how gesture, line, and color communicate emotion and evoke feeling. As we move through the unit, students will partake in a song abstract painting exercise. After various expressive painting techniques are demonstrated by the instructor, students will be asked to choose a song or piece of music that is personal to them and evoke an emotion. Students will use color, line, and movement in their piece to illustrate their chosen song and communicated feeling. After the exercise is complete, students will have an opportunity to present their work for a class critique and discussion. Some essential questions are: how can music evoke emotion? How do you best communicate emotion using abstract painting techniques? How can I successfully express emotion using color and movement? To introduce the final project in the unit, students will look at the work and life of Jean-Michel Basquiat through a PowerPoint presentation and partner research project. As students are paired with the partner, they will be asked to choose one of Basquiat's early mixed media works. The groups of two will review their chosen work and formulate a 3 to 5 minute presentation that addresses questions such as: what is Basquiat trying to say with this particular piece of art? Is Basquiat successful in making you feel an emotion when viewing the work? What emotion would you say he is trying to communicate to the viewer? What elements of the work, such as icons, composition, color, style, line work, do you feel suggest a certain feeling or idea? In this lesson, students will gain experience in research and oral presentation, begin to use creative analysis to find emotion and purposeful technique in a work of art, and learn about successful mixed media techniques and the appropriate use of icons, color, and movement to communicate emotion. To aid in brainstorming for the final project, students will partake in a mindfulness meditation, an experiment with emotional mapping. This 6-minute guided meditation will assist students in finding calm, focus, and give them an opportunity to explore their own emotions, whether they are present or tied to a life event. After participating in the meditation and mindfulness exercise, students will be given an emotion map worksheet where they can strategically plan out the appropriate imagery image combinations, composition, color, and technique ideas to present their chosen emotion and sketch for the final project. After a brief demonstration of mixed media techniques, students will consider how to best express their chosen emotion, practice expressing emotions from familiar situations, and develop their understanding of how emotion can be conveyed through art. Students will experiment with a range of media and processes and apply these approaches to create their own expressive artwork which evokes a feeling. Some questions to consider are: what are the details that the viewer should notice first? Is it the subject matter, placement, amount of detail, and choice of color? What artistic styles best expresses the chosen emotion and theme of the work? Both the song abstract painting exercise and the final mixed media motion portrait will be included in a gallery display. A portion of the gallery time will be used for students to view the gallery and discuss the pieces with their peers. Afterwards, each student will present their piece in an 8-minute presentation where students will discuss their work, their chosen emotion, and the techniques used to communicate their emotion. At the end of their presentations, students will have the opportunity to answer questions from their peers. Assessment will be broken into 3 parts: effectiveness of execution, effectiveness of display, and participation. Students are given a point value of 200. Categories include exemplary, proficient, acceptable, weak, and unacceptable. With this unit, I want to bring to the foreground the importance of emotion, both in art and within ourselves. It is said that the most powerful part of human communication is emotion. As our students navigate the world ahead, they will be confronted with a menagerie of emotions, some that can seem too big to handle. My hope is that by showing examples of emotive artworks throughout history, by giving students the space to process their own emotions through mindfulness and meditation, and by presenting students with an opportunity to create personal works of art that process and present an individual emotion, I can give students the creative tools to turn the sometimes overwhelming emotions into an opportunity to process and communicate those emotions through art. Thank you.